All right, this time we're getting a Void Legendary, and I mean it. Hello, everyone. Bront, CatHerder here. We're having some fun talking Raid Shadow Legends, and we are here on the free-to-pause account because we have a purple glowing portal, and that is really one of the best times to be pulling shards for early accounts that don't actually have any Void Legendaries. Now, if we go take a look at my, my roster right here, we'll go set this up really quickly, and you will see that I do not have any summoned Void Legendaries. The only Void Legendary that I have that is not a freebie is Titus, who you can see I really haven't done much with yet on this account. And Titus was a fusion that I managed to actually pull off on this account. So I don't have any Void Legendaries that I've pulled from shards. It is one of the few things that I have not actually pulled a Legendary from, and we're going now into day, what is it, 254. So it's been a while, and there's still a chance, I guess, technically, that I could not get a Void Legendary in this shard pull session, and I could end up with Vizix before I get my first Void Legendary, which is a shame. Now, according to RSL Helper, which I believe has been open all the time, but I'm not 100% sure, I have pulled 168 Void Shards. So if we go check the Mercy we are talking about here, well, we have 200 shards of the Legendary, then I start getting a 5% chance. So and 220 is what I'm guaranteed. So there's two reasons now I am pulling now as opposed to saving shards later. On this account, I think I need to go for the Fusion because the Fusion is guaranteed. I know the resources I'm going to need specifically for that champion, and he's going to fill a need for me that is something that not only the turtles don't fill, so even if I had Raphael or Donatello, they would actually fill this particular need of the ability to ignore Stone Skin, but also he's just a good champion. Now, again, I'm going to wait to see what his multipliers are, so I may still decide to pass on him. But then I have 14 Sacred Shards minimum. I'll get at least one more from Doom Tower because I just got the first one from Doom Tower, just beating level 80 today. And if I beat 120, then we should get the other one, and then I'll have 15 of them minimum. I'm doing Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare consistently. The worst case scenario is Force Affinity Ultra Nightmare, where I will then 3-key it. And even then, I'm getting close to being able to 2-key it. So, eventually as I get my Great Hall rounded up, I might be able to 2-key it just from that. So I've got things going in my clan boss. I should be getting these shards pretty regularly at this point in time. So this fusion seems doable, whereas I know I don't have any souls. So I know I'm not going to be able to get at least one of the champions. The one it seems less likely for me to get would be Raphael if they do the deck for Raphael, but we don't know. And until we actually know, I need to kind of play with this account, at least based off of that uncertain. So from that end, looking at the pizza points thing, and of course this tournament here, this tournament's not too bad. Remember, for voids, your minimum pull is going to be 500 per 10 pull, or 50 for a single pull, because you're getting 50 for rare, you're getting 350 for epics, and you're getting 650 for legendaries. So I will be getting these pizza points right here, pretty much guaranteed. It's very unlikely that I don't at least get these extra epic relic crafting materials, and there's a chance with 30-ish shards, I could actually get all of these extra pizza points and then some. And while I don't necessarily need a lot more pizza points, as you can see, I have 920 here. I am not going for this 5-star soul. I've skipped a couple of other events, although I guess it might still be in reach, maybe. I haven't counted everything I've missed on this account, but I wouldn't mind this legendary tome. There's a couple of extra things in here as well. Heck, if I get 200 points, I'll have enough for this extra void shard, so I'm gonna eat it anyway. And here's the other thing too. If I am at 168 shards pulled right now, and I have 31 of these bad boys here, well, that means that I will be in Mercy pulling in on a 15x event that I can pull later on. And for a 15x event, void shards are still pretty solid. And if I am literally in Mercy, there's no reason not to pull during those 15x events if it's a good champion that would help this account. And it gives me a good chance to get another really good champion. That said, let's go talk about actually pulling shards. So here we go. The other reason to pull shards, in addition to, of course, the 2x chance for epics and legendaries here, and I have so many epics that I really need on this account. I don't have a seer. I would love a 2-hawk. There are a ton of other champions that I could use that are epic champions that I just don't have. I have not gotten a lot of epic champions from the purples. I have not gotten a lot of the really good ones, so I'm looking for some of these epics. Would be great. And again, a legendary, 1% chance to pull a legendary is the best time to be given your chance to pull a legendary from voids. And we do have a 10x chance for Donatello, which is semi-meaningful even in a diluted shard pull system. So let's see, maybe I can just get Donatello, or not Donatello, Leonardo from this particular thing. I keep thinking Leonardo and Donatello because Donatello is the purple one, so it would have been nice if he was void, but I get why they didn't do it because Leo's the leader and he's one of the best, so that makes some sense. So I've got these 31 shards, and either we will get a legendary or I will be on the verge of getting a legendary, and I can use these things for a 2x event and we'll save them as well. So I am super excited for this. Guys, do hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Before we go much further, you guys are absolutely amazing. Had a couple of videos just absolutely go bonkers recently, and you guys are amazing. Much love. Appreciate the love. If you ever want to help me out, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It really does help with the algorithm. It helps promote me and it helps let me know that you like the content that I'm making here. We're here to have fun playing Raid Shadow Legends, so I want to hear down below what kind of champions you pulled for today, or if you managed to pull, or if you're not going to pull, which turtle are you really looking forward to getting with the shards you're saving right now. So with that said, we are going to do what we do on this channel and crack open a Pepsi. Nice, delicious Pepsi. Nice, refreshing. Always brings in the best champions. Not a sponsor. But you could be Pepsi. You could be. So 31 of these bad boys. We're going to do a single pull, and then we are going to do 3 10 pulls. The 10 pulls here kind of run, well, they run kind of slow in voids, actually, so that's not a big deal. But I would love to see a legendary. And if I pull a legendary, I'm still going to be eating all of these because I no longer have a mercy to worry about. So I'm going to see if I can get 2, 3, 4. You know, at this rate, I'm going to look for 6. So we're not going to settle for less than 6 legendaries from the void shards, right? That's not unreasonable. So let's get pulling. Cheers. Payne Smith, not what we are looking for. And honestly, if I'm not going to get these, I would like either, going back here, I need a Confessor for Mikage, so that would be good, or I could just pull a Weregrin, but honestly, I'd prefer to fuse a Confessor at some point in time and get the points for that. And of course, champions for this dude, Broadmaw, would be absolutely great too. Let's not actually pull a Broadmaw because that's something I have done in this account, so yeah. All right, let's go. We got 10 pulls going. Let's get something cool. Come on, legendary. This is looking really bad. Oh, come on. Really? Really, Polarium? Come on, Polarium. You can treat this account nice. Now, Tree Shield, not really, really good. I believe one of these guys is one of the fusions. No, none of those are the right fusion champions, I don't think. Maybe Centurion, I don't remember. He's a fusion for something, but I think he's for Relic Keeper, which is not exciting. So, come on. Branch Arm. Ooh, a Kemptum. Yes, okay. A Kemptum is great. That's a good epic. That's an epic I've been looking for. So, all right, I take that kind of back, Polarium. Beardall, not what I'm looking for. In fact, I think Beardall's a dupe. Ooh, and we got a Painkeeper as well. That is great. I needed a 3rd Painkeeper. So Kentum is absolutely amazing, and he is exactly what I was looking for when I said I needed some really good epics. Got an AoE Hex here that he puts, that's not it. There's the AoE Hex. He's got an AoE Hex here where he's got a triple hitter. He has a chance to put up Hex for 1 turn, or put it up for 2 turns if there's no Hex on the champion. Otherwise, he will increase the duration of Hex for 1 turn. So basically, it's not a guaranteed Hex, but at a 75% chance on a triple hitter, it's pretty much guaranteed. And then he puts out poisons, and then he spreads debuffs to other people that have Hex. So you can pair him with other Hex champions and just use the poisons, and he can throw all kinds of poisons out there. He can also extend the duration of Hex. He can be really helpful in Hydra in some cases for that debuff spread. So you can do things like spread burns, spread block buffs, that type of thing as well. But also 80% chance of inflicting poison damage from one poison debuff to enemies under Hex whenever allies receive damage from poison. So basically, when the poison ticks, he makes sure that that poison ticks on everybody on the stage. So he is absolutely amazing, and he is even better if you can put the Arachne Elixir on him. So he can be really, really helpful for Faction Wars Hard even. I've got 2 of them built for Faction Wars Hard combinations because 2 of them is good. On top of that, if you stick him in stun gear, this extra damage at this passive counts as an attack to trigger stun, which means his passive can trigger stun on people that took damage from poison from another champion taking a turn, which is insane. So really, really good champion. On top of that, he's got a nice 18% speed aura in all battles. Really, really super excited. The cat is a great champion. Beer all, not so great. He throws up a counter attack. He does a triple hitter and he does a double hitter, and he's all about heal reduction and kind of decreased defense, and he's not worth booking and he's not worth building. He is single target damage and he's not good single target damage. Do not build a Beardall Fellhammer. He is bad for an epic, let alone bad for a void epic. But hey, we still have 10 more of these bad boys, and we can get something absolutely game-changing on this account. Come on, Pepsi, do not let me down. Come on, Polarium. I've been waiting a long, long time for a Void Legendary on this account. Let's get something absolutely amazing. Come on. Is the 2X even on? Ooh, Diana. That is not a bad pull. Diana is actually pretty decent, but didn't get any of the rares I needed. Captain's great. Diana is pretty decent. Diana can actually do some decent damage. Single target decreased defense with double hitter here. Not too bad on an A1. Ally attack. Ooh, like ally attack for 2 random allies with a single enemy. Joins the attack using the default skill. Targets under decreased defense. The attacks will ignore 20% of the defense. So that's actually a bunch of extra damage on an ally attack. I needed more ally attackers. I still don't have reliable ally attackers, and she is not a reliable ally attacker, but she's a decent ally attacker, and she's got a double hitter. Maybe she could be usable in Fire Knight Hard, maybe not. We'll take a look and see. Then she's got an AoE, attacks all enemies before attacking, puts increased crit rate and increased crit damage on this champion for 2 turns. A little selfish, but okay. And if she kills an enemy, places a veil on all allies for 1 turn, so that's kind of nice. Veil on allies, really good. 4-turn cooldown, bookable to 3, does a decent amount of damage, not too horrible. Champion will ignore shield and strengthen buffs when attacking under an increased attack, veil, or perfect veil buff, which she only brings the veil part of it if she kills somebody, which is a little annoying. And she's got attack aura of 20 in all battles, which is a decent aura for an epic. Not great. And I am now at 199 shards into my Void Mercy, which is very, very frustrating. Polarium, I realize that, you don't want to adjust the odds too much, but you think that maybe, just maybe, you could figure out how to get a nice, really cool Void Legendary in the hands of newer accounts a little sooner than day 140 something. I understand you're trying to sell some of these things, but maybe if Mercy started off just a little bit better on these newer accounts, people would get something kind of cool, and maybe they'd stick around a little bit longer. It's, you can even document it somewhere where maybe your Mercy for the first 100 pulls was, half or double or something like that. I don't know. Think of something. It would be kind of cool, but very, very unfortunate here. Now, if we go take a look at how many points we earned in here, and, Champion Chase, and not even enough to get here because we got 3 epics in 31 voids, which is absolutely insane. So I'm not going to be pulling any more void shards at this point in time, even if I get more of them throughout the weekend. because at this point in time, I should be saving up for the next, 15x, 20x event for a champion that I really, really want. And I was kind of hoping that the 2x, 10x for Leonardo would be good, because technically each individual shard has a better chance of getting Leonardo than you might in many other situations, because you effectively have a double and then a 10% chance to get him. But, it was not to be today. So hopefully your shard pulls did better. Let me know what you pulled down below. I really do appreciate you guys. Much love. Thanks for hanging out. And hopefully you have a wonderful weekend. Get a turtle if you're going to go for a turtle. Hopefully you manage to get one of these other new guys. Leonardo is great. Raphael should be a lot of fun. And if you've got Donatello and Michelangelo, then hey, all 4 turtles are absolutely insane. So enjoy them. Have fun. See you later. And until the next video, I am Bront CatHerder.